Okay, so let's move on to the next topic, which is Python sets. Okay, so sets are just like our mathematical sets. Okay, normally it's almost, I mean, in many respects, it's just like our normal sets, our mathematical, the sets that you know learn, study in mathematics. It's almost the same. So, okay, so Python sets are they're unordered. Unordered means the elements, right, or the items within the sets, within the set, they don't have any order, means you can put anywhere. I mean, you can shuffle, okay, you can shuffle the order of them. So, uh, okay, I'll show you in a minute what that means, okay? So, and then they're unindexed. What does unindexed mean? Unindexed means that they do not have any index. It's like, you know, you have index with, list, right? Like you saw that the first element has index 0, second element index 1, and so on. The same thing with tuple, right? You saw that, but in a set, because it's unordered, because the order doesn't matter, okay? So in that list, you can put the position of the index, I mean, not the index, the position of the elements, or the position of items or elements. You can say either elements or items. Okay, so you can put in any position, any order. Okay. Also, the unique thing, something new in set. Okay, when you compare it to, for example, uh, list, right? Or tuple, okay? So they allow duplicates, right? But sets do not allow duplicates, just like in math, right? Mathematical set. Also, they are immutable. Immutable means you cannot change, okay? You cannot change the elements. You cannot remove them. You cannot, edit, update them, but you can add new elements, okay? But adding of the new elements is allowed, but you cannot change the elements that are already there. Okay, and then they are enclosed by curly braces. Okay, so let me make it a little bit bigger so that you can see it's a brace, it's a curly brace. Okay, so basically these, these properties, okay, these properties are true for mathematical sets as well. Okay, so there's not much difference between the mathematical set and the Python set. Okay, so let's quickly create a set. Okay, so for example here, right? Rather than writing a new code, I'll just show you here. Okay, so for example here, you see this. Okay, my set. Okay, my underscore set is equal to. See, you have how many elements are there? 1, right? 2, 3, and 4, right? There are 4 elements, right? See, and then I'm just printing the set here. See, and then see, as you can see here, it's enclosed by what? Curly braces, right? And then if you see here now, see, I'm trying to do, see, I'm trying to introduce this duplicate, right? Duplicate. Uh, so there are 2 highs, right? One high is here, another high is here. But when you print it, see, there's only one high. So see, duplicates are not, even if you put duplicate in your set, right? But when you print it, right, or when you evaluate that set, right? So the duplicates are discarded. Okay, they are not retained; they're discarded. Means they're thrown away, right? They're thrown away. This is one of the properties that that I mentioned. Okay. All right, so another thing is we can find the length of the set, okay? Length of the set this way, okay? Len, L-E-N, just like with your list, right? In list as well, you saw that, right? You saw that, you know, let me just run these, okay? So okay, okay, just to make sure that, you understand. Okay, so see, okay, this got evaluated, okay? So let me run this. See here, there's only one high instead of 2, so duplicates are gone. And here, so when I do len set one, this set one, right? So it gives me 5. Why does it give me 5? Okay, can you tell me why I got 5 here?
Because in the previous list there were 5 items.
Oh, great, great, very good. Yeah, very good, excellent. So that's the length of the set or the size of the set. Okay. All right, very good. So let's go on to the next one. So how can we access items in the set? Okay. So you have a set, and then how do you access those items? Okay. So items, because you can index, right? Like in a list, right? In a list or tuple, you could just index it, right? Index means you just, for example, I'll just quickly give you an example here. So for example, I'm going to show you the difference between the, for example, list and then set, right? So if it were a list, so for example, I have a list LST is equal to, for say, have, just keep high, and then there, and then just put anything. Wow, okay. All right, so now if I want to access the items, see, for example, I want to access this item, what do I do? Do you remember? Anna, do you remember how we do this?
Don't you do for I in list?
If you do that, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. But if you do that, you're trying to access each of the set, each of the elements one by one, right?
Right.
But here, I'm just trying to access this one item. Okay, so in that case, what do I do? LST and then square bracket, right? And then give the index number. What is the index number for there?
1.
1. Yeah, excellent. See, if I do this, I'm going to get what? There, right? Okay, so now you're going to do the same thing with a set, right? So let's try. Okay, so I have my, let's say I have a set, right? My set is equal to, see, I have a square bracket here, and then say 1, 2, 3, whatever, right? Let's just put some duplicates here as well. Okay? So I have this duplicate, right? And then just let me just run it, okay? And you'll see that I get 1, 2, 4, and then this is started, okay? So now if I want to access the this item, for example, this one, can I do this? Okay, let's see, my underscore set, right? And then can I do this? Okay, let's try it. And then okay, all right. See, it gives an error. Why? Why did it give an error? Because
Isn't it because in set you use curly braces?
uh,
Or,
no,
or is it because it doesn't support duplicates?
yeah. So okay, so when you see, when you're indexing, so when you are trying to access an item using an index, right? Using an index, you always use the curly braces, okay, no matter what. Okay, even if you have tuple, right? So this is the normal, normal way of doing this, right? But here it didn't work. The reason is, I think, the second reason that you gave, right? So because it doesn't support indexes, because it doesn't have index. There's no concept for index here. So it could be anyway. This set's here. This set is the same thing as, say, I'll create another set. Say, for example, I do my set 2. Okay, so it's equal to. So, for example, I could put, say, 1, 2, 4. I could put 4, 2, 1, and it's still, although yes, although they are two different sets, but I could have this set. Okay, so let me do the one thing. Okay, I'm gonna comment this code, right? I've commented there, right? That means it's not gonna run. It's not gonna run. Okay, so here, right? So if I do this, right, I'm still gonna get the same set. Look at this. See all the see. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this. Okay, see. Now, I still get the same set because the order doesn't matter, right? See, 421, 241, 124, whatever. Okay, as long as you have the same number of elements and the elements are the same, right? So the order doesn't matter. So when you do this, this means that it's the order, right? It's the position. Okay, so now this is the reason it doesn't work. Okay. All right, so yes, and then so how can you then access the items? Okay, you have if you need to access the items, right? So how can you do that? So uh, so looks like the best way to use a for loop, right? All right. So yeah, can you do you remember how we access the items? So if somebody asks you, right? So I have this list, right? Okay, let's go with the same set, not list, set, right? So I'm just going to copy this thing. So say I have this, right? And then somebody asks you, okay, okay, I want you to access each of the items, okay, within the set, my set, right? One after another. So how do you do that? Using a for loop. Do you remember? Do you want to try, or you want me to do it? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So what you do is for, right? For, and then just some variable, any variable. Okay, I can say item, item, Yana, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as you have valid, valid variable name. Okay, and then use in. Okay, for item in, what do you do? My set, right? My set, colon, enter, and then what do you do? Print, and then what do you think it goes inside the print? And yeah, just take a guess.
Like an index?
No, it's the item. Okay, whatever here is. Okay, whatever here is, it goes here, right? Because this variable takes the value of each value one after another in each iteration that as I explained earlier, right? Okay, so now if I do this, see now if I run this, see I got that, right? So I access those items one after another, right? Individually, right? Right? So here, because the position doesn't matter, there's kind of sorted, right? In ascending order. Okay, so that's how you access, right? So now another thing is you can check whether a particular item is in the list in the set or not, right? For example, in this okay, so let me just create another set. Okay, so let's say set one. Okay, so sorry, set one is equal to, let's say I'm going to say, okay, let's put some, hello, okay, and then say Kathmandu, okay, and then, okay, um, written, okay. So now here, I want to check, right? I want to check whether, a particular item, say for example, I want to check because say I'm just given this variable and I don't know what's in there, or this set might contain say 100,000 elements, right? So so you want to check, right? Because you're gonna just read it off on the screen, and then if you have 100,000 elements, right? So it's very hard to spot or find out whether a particular item is there or not, right? So for example, I want to test whether Kathmandu is in there. Okay, let's see. Kathmandu, right? In is the keyword, set one. Okay, so is it in the set or not? Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's there because see, it gave me true, right? So let's try another one. For example, I want to check whether, okay, something, okay, whatever it is, okay, in set one, okay. So what do you think the result will be, Anna?
False.
False, of course, because there's no something, right? There's no element, with the string something, none of these, okay. So that's why it's false. Yeah. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so another thing is, as we said earlier, see here, it doesn't allow you to, it's immutable. Immutable, it doesn't allow you to change, update, or delete individual items, right, from the set, but it allows you to add new items. Okay, all right, it allows you to add new items. So how do you allow? I mean, how do you add new items? Okay, so using the add method. Okay, add is a method. Okay, so you'll learn about method in the next you know, I'm going to create another, another course, a little bit advanced than this. So you'll learn about that later. Okay. So anyway, so now you can use the add method to add elements, okay, in a list. I mean, in a set. Okay. So let me just delete this. Okay. So let me delete this one as well. Okay. And then let's see. I want to add, say for example, I want to add set1 dot add. Okay, so just anything. Just I just want to add one. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, and then let's just print as well. Set1. I want to print that after it is added. Okay, see, one is added here. See, right? So you can add just like just like that. I mean, using the add method. Okay. All right. So another way is using the update. Okay. So update method. So add allows you to add just one item at a time. So if you need to add more than one item, okay, at the same time, so what do you do? Okay. So rather than I'm just gonna change this code. All right. So now I want to add two more items, so say three more items here. So what do? Update, right? And then I put curly braces, right? Curly braces, and then say whatever items that I want to add goes here. So I want to add, say 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Okay. So if I run this, okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to print that as well. Okay, so let's run it. See, now see, these items were added. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, they've been added here. See, and then these were there already, right? These were there before, right? These were already there. And then these are the new items that we added. See, okay. All right, so it returns basically, see, it adds to the same set. Okay. All right, so that's how you add. Okay, add items to the set. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we have. So yeah, of course, we can add using a tuple as well. See, tuple or even a dictionary you haven't covered. So, but I'll show you how we can see. Now you can update. So it doesn't see now you are updating using what? Using set, because we use curly braces. Let me make it a little bit bigger so that you can clearly see here. See here, these are curly braces. That means we added the items to be added was itself, this itself was a set, right? Okay, but you can do the same thing. So if I replace this with, there's normal regular parenthesis, right? So now this becomes a tuple, right? So now if you do this, okay, let's see what happens. See, you got the same result, right? So it doesn't have to. So when you're updating, you can use either, you can give either a set or a tuple. Okay, here in this case, we gave a tuple, right? And then it worked, right? So